Welcome to the Press Studios once again. My name is Oj Solomon. If today is your first time, kindly subscribe to the channel, share, like, and then recommend to family and friends. Today we are live here at the studio with Mr. John Aggrey. He is the CEO for Ghana Russia Center for Commerce and then Relations. Boss, welcome to the studios of the Press Media.
Thank you very much for this, Anna. It's a privilege to be here, my brother.
Thank you so much for accepting our invitation. I mean, we all always know that you are busy, but you have get a time for us, so we also thank you for that.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. John Aggrey is the CEO of Ghana Russia Center for Commerce and Relations. If you remember, we had an interview with a Russian professor, Madam Igna Korishos or Korigina, yeah, Igna Korigina from Russia, and then she told us that we can relocate to Russia through study in Russia. But you know what? We cannot just recommend Russia to you without speaking to someone who is the face of Russia-Ghana relations. So we have to, work hard and get someone who can, get us more information about Russia, whether Russia is safe or not. So we are going to have an interview with him, a short interview with him. We know that he's always busy. Let me come to you once again. If we say Ghana Russia Center for Commerce and Relation, what is the meaning?
All right. Thank you so much. This, I don't know. This is always the first question people ask when it comes to our organization.
Yeah.
In short, we are here not to replace government. Let me put that
Okay.
straight. We
Okay.
are here only to complement and also supplement the efforts of the government of the Republic of Ghana in areas such as diplomacy, in areas such as opportunities where we want to achieve prosperity between Ghana and Russia. And what is the essence of us achieving prosperity? That is to deepen the quality of life and also mutual bilateral relations between businesses, most specifically businesses, government entities, private sector, as well as the public as well. A lot of time people have different perception when it comes to Russia. It may interest you to know that the name even scares some people when they hear Russia, or the first remarks is, hey, this country.
Yeah.
But we are here to say that no, this country indeed is peaceful, this country is friendly, this country is open to opportunities, investments, and this country has all it takes also to make what you need happen. So the Ghana Russia Center for Commerce and Relations helps to allay the fears of people, especially fellow Ghanaians, with respect to education, with respect to travel and tour, with respect to doing business, and with respect to even curiosity. So that is what I can say on what the Ghana Russia Center is about. Thank you.
Okay. Talking about education, which means that you're talking about youth empowerment and then education exchange.
Yes, yes. We as a center also help young Ghanaians who are interested to study in Russia. In all courses specifically, we are able to assist for school placement, and based on our track record, we have been able to secure as many scholarship for young Ghanaians as possible. And the good thing about the scholarship is that it is on full tuition. That is Our system is part of the Russian Federation quota, where young Ghanaians who want to study in Russia do not pay for the school fees, as they'll say, the tuition fees, yes. As long
Okay.
as you have good grades, as long as all your documentations are right, you will be offered a slot to study at the higher education. In terms of the education, we have for BSc, that is undergraduate, and also for masters, we are able to work these things out for fellow Ghanaians. Yes.
Okay. Um, can you describe upcoming educational or youth exchange program that you have?
Yes, at present, we are look opportunities and cultural exchanges for this year. We are looking at the upcoming September summit, that is a World Youth Festival that is going to take place in Nivgorod. We also have other ones, that is the Eastern Economic Forum, which is also under the Ross Congress Foundation. We have the World Atomic Week, which is also being held under the leadership of Rosatom, that is the nuclear energy of Russia Federation. We have quite a number. That is the World Public Assembly. We have the Youth Summit, which is also coming up in September as well. So for us as the Ghana Russia Center, we assist delegates from Ghana to secure slots on these high level summits where they can be speakers or participants, or even possibly pitch their entrepreneurial skills on the world stage, where these can even grant them some form of grants and pitches for them to show off what exactly they are made of. That is raising the flag of Ghana high. So these are some of the things we are doing behind the scenes for our fellow Ghanaians. Yes.
Okay. So, what are the requirements of this summit if someone want to participate?
Mostly with the summits, as if it's youth, we're looking at between 18 to 35 years. You should be
Okay.
of sound mind. You should be a Ghanaian. You
Okay.
should at least have a fair knowledge of this program, and also it should match your profile. We don't expect someone who is into engineering to go and fight for a slot in fashion. So we try to make it sector specific so that you are able to gain much industry knowledge in building your professional career and your personal development. This is how we're able to place our young Ghanaians to make them worthy of the slots they've been given. Yes. In terms of the education, you should at least, if you want the undergrad, you should have passed your WASI or SSC.
Okay.
If
Okay.
you are looking to do your masters, that means you should have done your first degree and passed. These are the criterias and for Russia, mandatory you need to go through some medical tests such as HIV, hepatitis, X-rays, and all that. These are non-negotiable. Without it, there is no way you can have access to such funding or scholarships. So these are some of the things we make sure our young people mandatorily take it done, and then we're able to push to the next stage. Thank you.
Okay. So, are all these upcoming summits free of charge, or there are some charges in it?
Mostly, some of the summits come with charges,
Okay.
but by record of our affiliations with some of the organizers, such as Ross Congress or Friends for Leadership and other channels, we are able to secure some free slots for young Ghanaians who have excelled in areas of their profession. So, these are some of the benefits in affiliating with the Ghana Russia Center for Commerce and Relations. If you look at the recently held St. Petersburg Economic Forum, a cost of the badge was roughly 18,000 euros or $18,000. You may ask
Okay.
yourself, who would
How
be
are you
able
going
to
to?
afford such a badge when it comes to Africa? But we're able to negotiate backdoor with other stakeholders. For example, the Republic of Komi was able to
Okay.
secure some badges for some participants from Ghana. And this was something based on the international relations we have with them. So sometimes you need to build the right connection, build the right relationship that opens the door for you. It's not always about money. Relationship and contact also is a currency when it comes to diplomacy. Thank you.
Okay. So someone will ask, how is the person going to, like someone who is watching us and that person want to participate with this summit? How are they going to register?
Okay, so these summits mostly are on the official websites of the representing host organizations. Normally,
Okay.
when we get a request, we blast it out in our public domain or in our community space, or we
Okay.
have a database. When we receive the request, we look at profiles that match the
Okay.
request and then we try
Request.
to match them. Yeah. So sometimes these are what we do. So we always advise young people, if you have future interest or prospects, you can always share your profile with us. When such requests come in, it makes it easier for us to recommend your profile when the requests come in, because these things sometimes are very time sensitive, and we are also time conscious because opportunity comes but once, so we don't waste time when it comes in. Yes, please. Thank you.
Okay, so someone will ask, what about me sitting somewhere, or a person who is sitting somewhere who is not having an affiliate with you, or does not have your contact number, or does not even know your social media handles? How are they going to participate with it or register?
Yes, so first point is that you don't need to know us to get access to the opportunity. Our opportunities are open as long as you're a citizen of Ghana. The
Okay,
opportunity is open to you. To reach us, you can always just type Ghana Russia Center on Instagram, and then our profile will pop up. You can
okay.
always send us a message there. Our contact details are there, and we will always respond to you with opportunities. Yes.
Okay, fine. Quickly, let's go to bridging Ghana Russia trade and then the business gaps. How is it moving in this space?
In terms of trade, the Ghana Russia Center for Commerce and Relations is working deeply to promote economic growth, technology transfer, and cultural exchanges between Ghana and Russia. This is to say, we are only complementing and supplementing the efforts of the government of Ghana. In terms of challenges and opportunities, we are still building the momentum of enhancing inter-parliamentary relations and cooperations between Ghana and Russia to foster joint research initiatives. So we are
Okay,
waiting on the current government's step on the next action points, and also committee level engagement, and how best the Ghana Russia Center could play a role. And then
okay,
also we are trying to leverage digital platforms, blockchain technology to improve trade efficiency. Though there are trade barriers with respect to sanctions and other geopolitical hurdles, we are looking at how we can promote transparent markets, and also how we can increase bilateral trade and investment. For our side, we've been able to work out some few stakeholder engagements between
okay,
Ghana businesses and Russian counterparts, and we
okay,
are looking at hosting the first ever Ghana Russia Business Forum. We are still ironing out these details. The public
Okay.
will soon be made aware of it. But the good thing is that with Ghana being part of the African continental free trade, I think it presents an opportunity to increase our trade volume also with Russia, because the free trade alone covers 1.2 billion people with a combined GDP of about $3 trillion. Looking at these figures,
Okay.
I think that Ghana seriously need to take this opportunity and scale up its trade turnover with Russia.
Okay.
For Russian side, I know the Russian Federation is very much interested in doing business with Ghana in terms of agricultural products, that is fertilizer, cereals, wheat, oil, and in terms of oil and gas products as well. Ghana, on the other hand, are major gold, cocoa beans, cocoa
Yeah.
products, as well as other agricultural products and minerals. So the two countries definitely
Mm.
have what it takes to have a table, sit down, and see how best we can have a win-win scenario in terms of trade relations. Thank you.
Okay, so talking about challenges between Ghanaian business men and then the Russians. What are the common challenges that Ghanaian businesses face when entering into the Russian market?
For the challenges, I would say one, previously it's been about language, but then our research shows that it has not been about language.
Okay,
Uh, Mostly it has to be about trust. It has to be
okay,
about trust, and it has to be about some trade rules and regulations with respect to geopolitics. And this has hampered increased relations in terms of trade. But these things behind the scene, there are solutions to it, and
okay,
it's being worked on. So we are hoping that looking at the outlook for 2026,
mm,
uh, there's going to be some free movement between Ghana and Russia in that aspect. Business is warming up, and first there was lack of information was also playing a major factor. But then now these issues are being resolved, and the Ghana Russia Center is also playing a major role in making sure Ghanaian businesses get the right information in terms of investment opportunities, in terms of trusted sources, who to
okay,
deal with, who to speak to, what are the regulations and law covering Ghana Russia business entities, in terms shipping as well,
yeah, yeah.
um, economic zones as well. So we are working behind the scenes. It may be slow, but we know by 2026 there should be an increased flow of trade relations between Ghana and Russia. Thank you.
So, how is the center? I mean, your company addressing the regulations and then yeah for these two partners.
All right. So with respect to Ghana, in terms of investments or investment promotion, we
Mm,
know the statutory authority, that is a Ghana Investment Promotion Council, as the head. So any business that comes into the country to do business, that is your first point of call. We serve as liaison to make sure that any business from Russia into Ghana follows the right regulations, either by registration, if it is franchise or sole proprietorship, or by association or by partnership. We give them the right information, the right forms, and also the right payments. All the statutory payments in terms of tax incentives as well are covered, because and in Ghana we respect the rule of law and also the Ghana Business Act as well. In terms of the Russian side, the Russian Export Center the example, the Moscow Chamber of Commerce and Industry. We also make sure we liaise with every entity that also make sure that our services and interest of the Ghanaian stakeholder is protected. So it's always collaborative effort we are doing on both sides to make sure there's smooth running of operations. Thank you.
Wow, wow, this is a good idea. But we also want to know, we also want to find out that someone who is doing a small business, can that person also enter into this Russian businesses or market?
Yes. The beautiful part of the Russian market is you don't need to be known. You don't need to have a turnover of $1 million before you can penetrate their markets. Even as we speak now, they have platforms where even a business idea can be groomed to become
Okay.
money making venture. So that should tell you that you don't need to have a turnover of $50,000 before you can enter the market of the Russian Federation to start doing business. No, the only thing you need is an idea and the willingness to make sure that idea translates into a business and make profit. And once you're able to find a match in Russia, it's a done deal for you. Yes, please.
Okay. So, talking about businesses, in Africa, or let's say in Ghana, if someone wants to enter into a business, the first thing that person will think about is buying and selling. And then we are talking about Russia. We don't know what particular product do you think a Ghanaian businessman can venture into. Like, let me enter into real estate or buying and selling. And if it's buying and selling, is it clothing or what? What kind of product?
The Russia market is not specific, it is very general and open.
Okay.
The most important thing is before you can enter the market, the fact that it is an open market does not mean that it is open.
Okay.
First of all, what are the people you are targeting? If you can just go, okay, I have a business idea of making a fashion design clothing, I want to send it to Russia,
Mm.
and we are in from November, you want to send African prints there. No, it does not work that way. Because one, the season and the timing of your product will not fit them because it is going to be cold there. So going to the market is also based on seasons. You need to also know your seasons. Interestingly, people overlook some products of Ghanaians thinking that it will not work. But it may interest you to know, for example, when we take shea butter,
Mm.
that we see it as a norm in Ghana. It is a huge business that I can say on record for Russian industries because shea butter alone is not just for the skin, it is also used in the pharmaceuticals.
Okay.
So if we're able to make this shea butter volume export higher, not just for cosmetics, but also for the pharmaceutical industry and also for the confectionery industry. When I talk of confectionery industry, we are looking at those who make the toffees and the chocolates. These are also raw products that they use. So sometimes we should look beyond just one usage of a product, look beyond. Example is our cocoa. The pods of the cocoa can also be used for other ventures, other products. So we
Mm.
should look at value addition, not just the primary source of product usage. And by that, this is free consultation. It
Yeah.
gives you it gives you a value added service.
Service, yeah.
Yes, I think this Ghana Business Forum that we are trying to create is to help stakeholders and young businesses in Ghana to explore the larger market size of Russia. So I think it will provide a bigger platform for them to know what products they have. So this is going to be a B2B matchmaking. That way
Yes.
is able to help you align your services and products to the right market and to the right people. Thank you.
Okay, let's get into tourism. What are you going to tell us about tourism when Russia is involved?
Uh, well, from personal experience, my first time going to
Yes.
Russia at from Ghana, at immigration, you're like, hey, Russia, hey, hey. And the only thing they can say, hey, what are you going to do there? Hey, Russia, hey, no, 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 this one they will not allow you. So
Mm,
there's this perception that, hey, Russia is a no-go area.
yeah.
But for the record, personally, I have been there 15 times. I've been
Wow.
to Russia 15 times and I am back safe. And I come home with everybody intact. I come home with memories, I come home with stories. Tourism in terms of Ghana and Russia, I would say has huge potential. And I would say, as the CEO of the Ghana Russia Center for Commerce and Relations, we are ready and happy to assist any Ghanaian who has genuine interest to explore any corner or any of the regions in Russia for tourism and
Okay.
travel purposes. We are interested. Reach out to
Okay.
us, we'll work it out for you. And on record, it is a beautiful country. It's got historic places full of culture, amazing food, amazing people, and it is safe on the streets in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. Russia is a safe country. So I encourage all my fellow Ghanaians, whatever money you are saving, make sure the Russian Federation country is on your bucket list. Yes, it is a beautiful country. They've got all what it takes for you to enjoy.
Okay.
For
So talking
us,
about tourism. Okay.
yes, for us also,
Mm,
we've got people who are just interested to go with their families. We're also
okay.
able to assist that. We have a project called Reimagine Russia. This project
Yeah.
is to dispel the negative information that is in the media, is in the newsprint. And by that, we are able to send people to Russia. You experience the place for yourself, and then you send in your testimony. So it's more
Okay.
of travel and experience yourself. Yes, thank you.
So talking about reimagining of Russia. Let me ask you this: are there any specific region or cultural themes Ghanaian travelers are most drawn to?
Well, when it comes to traveling to Russia, most people all they know is Moscow, all they know is St. Petersburg.
Okay.
That is all they keep mentioning. I want to go to
Okay.
Moscow. It's just like saying in Ghana, when you want to buy toothpaste, they tell you
Yeah.
any toothpaste, they tell you go and get Pepsodent. Any powder so
Absolutely.
they tell you Omo. So when someone say they want to travel to Russia, all they say is I want to go to Moscow. But then there are a lot of other places you can visit that we always tell people to go. And that is we have Sochi, which is a beautiful place. We
Okay.
have St. Petersburg is also there. Tumen is there. In
Okay.
total, Russia has divided into 89 federal regions.
Regions.
So
Okay.
just knowing only two, I will say there's a lot for you to enjoy.
Okay.
Republics, cries, autonomies. We have Republic of Tatarstan, a beautiful place.
Yeah.
We've got Leningrad Oblast. We've got Murmansk. We've got Kursk. Two men. It's a lot. So we entreat as many Ghanaians to explore the larger confluence of the Russian regions, the Altai regions alone, with its beautiful landscape and nature. It's and the tradition. Each region gives you a unique culture for you to experience. You will never experience Russia the same way twice. No.
Same way. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what about the experience at the airport? I mean, let's say when you arrive at the port of entry, what
Hmm.
are the experiences? Because I've heard that some of the Ghanaians when they arrive there, they Even some of them, they don't even get an entry. They just deport them same time.
Well, there's a bit of truth in it. I will say that there are some people who acquire their visas in a different way. I always say
Okay.
that if you want to do it right. You get a
Okay.
right purpose, you get a right visa for the right purpose for which you are traveling.
Okay.
You are saying you are going for tourist purpose, but you're holding a student visa. You are
Okay.
saying you are going for conference, but you're holding a tourist visa. So at the point of entry, it means you're already lying. So when these scenarios come up, it is at the discretion of the immigration officers to allow you or deport you, and they are right in every sense of the way. You are going
Okay.
for a tourist for just 3 days, and your hotel is saying that you are staying at the hotel for 2 weeks. And
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
so we always advise our Ghanaians who are traveling to Russia, get a right papers, get a right immigration card, get a right reason, the right visa, and you will have no excuse or any mishap at the airport. When I was going for the first time, I spent almost 1 hour at immigration because they needed to know that my papers, my reason for traveling was right.
Some
They made some few calls to the host, they made some inquiries. They came back, hello, John, we are sorry for keeping you waiting. This is your passport. We wish you a wonderful stay in Russia. And since then, it's my 15th time up and down. So any country will do so to make sure the right person is entering their port, they're entering their city, and it's safe, it's sound. So they have every right to do that. But with the right papers, you shouldn't have any issue at the airport. Yes, thank you.
Okay. And then, is there any specific amount that you have to put in your pocket, like pocket money, before they will allow you to enter? Because I've had someone who went there, and then I think she was going there for 2 weeks, and then she went there with 600 US, and then they said that at least she's supposed to come with at least 120,000 rubles, which is about 1,500 US. You have any
Okay.
idea on?
Well, in terms of how much you should have on you to enter, there hasn't been any stringent measures with that. The point
Okay.
is, if you are going for 2 weeks, the
Mm.
money you have on you, will it cover your full hotel stay? If a hotel is saying that we are charging you $100 a night, and you have only $600 on you for 2 weeks, that alone is not enough. Because
Yeah.
1 week, that is, let's take 7 days alone, is $700 a night. What are you going to eat?
It's yeah. And
Six
the tour
hundred
package.
dollars. You've not even covered your hotel. What are you going to eat? Your transportation. How are you going to take care of your transportation? So if you tell the immigration officer you are staying at a hotel for 2 weeks, you'll be eating, you'll be traveling, you'll be buying things, and you only have $600 on you. That is questionable.
Yeah.
So they have every right to query you. So if your length of stay, your feeding, your transportation, and emergencies, you have almost 1,002 or 1,005 or $2,000 on you, it perfectly makes sense that yes, this person definitely is coming to stay for 2 weeks and they can take care of themselves. You are not going to be a burden to the state. The
Yeah.
officer has no reason to deny you entry,
Mm.
and yes, they are right. So your money on you should match your purpose and stay in the country, and it's very simple.
Okay. So, in all, as a CEO for Ghana Russia Center for Commerce and Relations, what are you going to tell Ghanaians?
My final words is Russia is a safe country. Russia is a friendly state. It is all boiled down to trust, boils down to relations. If you have interests in education in Russia, interest in doing business in Russia, interest in travel and tourism purposes in Russia, I can testify that yes, all these things can be done with the right purpose, with the right people, and with the right mindset. Let no one lie to you or advise you otherwise with any wrong information that Russia is a no go country because of geopolitics. Go and see for yourself. It is a beautiful country and it has beautiful people, wonderful and amazing food, and you will love it. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for accepting our invitation. This will be the beginning of our relation, and then having interview with you. I know that from now onwards we'll be having interview with you when we encounter any pros and cons of entering Russia or getting visa to Russia, or anything relating to Russia. We know that you are there for us.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. Thank you.
Okay, all right. Thank you.